So we already discussed what is a configuration management and why I need it and where exactly the DevOps is coming into the picture. Okay. So use of configuration management, it used to configure, deploy, scale, manage, monitor, diagnose, notify, and effectively maintain the charms in any deployment model. Okay. So it can be public, private, and hybrid clouds also. It is possible. Okay. So in configuration management, there are two kinds of configuration management tools available. One is called as the push configuration model, and another one is called as the pull configuration model. Okay. So when I talk about the push and pull, so there in the push configuration model, there will be a centralized server. From there, you are going to pass the information to both of them. Okay, like all the nodes which are connected to the master. Like if you take an example, by the default design, okay, both Ansible and ZOLS stacks works on the push model. You are going to have a centralized server. From the centralized server, you are going to invoke the configuration application on the respective node or the minion. Okay, so this is called as the push configuration model, where you are going to have a centralized server. From there, you are going to push the configuration to the target systems. Okay, it can be any target system, irrespective of the operating system. Like it can be your Linux-based system, or it can be your Windows-based system, or it can be in Linux. There are multiple things, right? Like it can be your Debian-based system, RPM-based system, or it can be some devices. All those things can be achieved here. So this is called the central server. And to differentiate between the Ansible and ZOLS stack, I told Ansible and ZOLS stack both are work on the push model. Okay, so Ansible doesn't need a agent to be installed on the node, but Salt expects a Salt node or a Salt agent to be available on the node machine which I want to do it. So that is called as the Salt minion. Okay, so whenever you want to add a node machine to the Salt master, you are expected to have a Salt minion which is running on the machine, and whenever the Salt wants to communicate to the node, it communicates to the minion, and minion applies the configuration on the server and returns the status to the master. Okay, this is the push configuration model. Okay, the next concept is called as the pull configuration model, where this also works on the agent-based configuration, where you are expecting an agent to be installed on all the nodes. Instead of the centralized server is pushing the information, the node will come to the server and ask for the information, right? So the node will be on a frequency on a regular basis. So it will communicate to the server and it will retrieve the configuration information from the server, and it will implement and send the status back to the central server. So this is where the node is being done. The basic difference between the push and pull configuration is, in pull, you don't need to ensure that, okay, I want this to be executed on a regular basis, but in the push model, you are responsible for scheduling that on a regular interval so that the desired state of the application server is always maintained. Okay, so this is the difference between the pull and push configuration model.